multiverse is a scientific theory that supports the idea that there is more than one universe, beyond the one where planet Earth exists. If you look at the sky at night with the naked eye, you will be able to observe stars, planets, and other various celestial bodies in a radius of approximately 13.8 billion light-years that form the universe we live in. But is that all there is out there? Some scientists do not support the theory of multiple universes because of their fertile imagination or the works of science fiction focused on this theme. In fact, what leads these experts to speculate something like this is the fact that everything in the universe works perfectly for the maintenance and emergence of life. Understand what the metaverse is and how it works. This factor may not seem very questionable after all. Why doubt the gears that are working? But the point of these researchers makes some sense. This is because for the universe to function with such excellence in maintaining life, it would have to have several other test versions where its functionality was not completely improved, or maybe they are better than the universe where Earth is. However, this is not the only thought that leads scientists to believe in other universes. Inflationary cosmology is another theory that underlies the multiverses. According to this hypothesis, moments after the Big Bang, the explosion that caused the formation of the universe, matter continued to expand very quickly and exponentially, in seconds. Soon the universe ceased to be a grain, as small as an atom, and became the grandiose thing that it is today. Although inflation ended approximately 14 billion years ago, scholars argue that this phenomenon does not happen at the same time and in the same way everywhere. That is, while the universe was still inflating, it changed in different ways at different points. This characteristic of inflationary cosmology could then point out that the same may have happened with supposed alternative universes. Thus, the theory of the multiverse argues that somewhere, the same event may have occurred with another spatial grain, which exploded and inflated until it became a completely independent and different universe from the solar system. In addition, the interpretation also argues that parts of the universe may have detached thanks to inflationary cosmology and transformed into other independent universes. Proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in 1957, the interpretation sees the theory of the multiverse mathematically. The physicist predicts branched timelines, called alternative realities, where the decisions that are practiced in this universe unfold in different ways in the various universes that exist. This hypothesis fits within the ideology that for the universe to function so well in our reality, there must be others where it does not function with such excellence. For the many worlds interpretation, there are parallel Earths, where human beings exist but have different experiences due to divergent decision-making. It is believed that in this theory, all these Earths exist superimposed in dimensions that people cannot access. Not being able to observe or visit these realities would be explained by the fact that human science has not yet been able to understand some spatial phenomena, such as physical constants or dark matter, and develop the necessary technology. The multiverse is still just a theory. As cool as the Marvel movies are about superheroes traveling through it, science has tried to find evidence of these universes by looking for physical evidence in space, but so far has found nothing. One of the ways that science has tried to find evidence of the multiverse is by looking for signs of collisions or interactions between different universes. For example, some scientists have suggested that the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light in the universe released shortly after the Big Bang, could contain traces of such events. The CMB is a map of the temperature fluctuations in the early universe, and it reveals a lot about its structure and evolution. If another universe had bumped into ours, it might have left a distinctive imprint on the CMB, such as a cold or hot spot, or a circular pattern. Moreover, there is no guarantee that such collisions would have happened at all, or that they would have left any observable effects. Some models of the multiverse predict that the universes are so far apart and so different from each other that they would never interact. Therefore, the absence of any signs of collisions in the CMB does not necessarily rule out the existence of the multiverse. Another way that science has tried to find evidence of the multiverse is by looking for variations in the fundamental constants of nature. These are the numbers that determine the strength of the forces and the properties of the particles that make up the universe. For example, the speed of light, the gravitational constant, the electric charge, and the mass of the electron are some of the fundamental constants. According to some theories of the multiverse, these constants could vary from one universe to another, depending on how the universes were formed and what laws of physics they obey. Therefore, if we could measure the values of these constants in different regions of our universe, or in different epochs of its history, we might find some anomalies or discrepancies that could indicate the presence of other universes. For example, some scientists have proposed that the fine structure constant, which determines the strength of the electromagnetic force, could have changed slightly over time or space due to the influence of other universes. However, the measurements of this constant are not precise enough to confirm or refute this hypothesis, and there are also alternative explanations for such variations, such as quantum fluctuations or environmental effects. A third way that science has tried to find evidence of the multiverse is by looking for the effects of quantum mechanics on the macroscopic scale. Quantum mechanics is the branch of physics that describes the behavior of the smallest particles and forces in the universe, such as electrons, photons, and atoms. Quantum mechanics is very different from the classical physics that applies to the larger objects and phenomena that we observe in our everyday life, such as planets, cars, and apples. One of the most striking features of quantum mechanics is that it allows for the existence of superpositions and entanglements, which are states where a particle or a system can exist in more than one possible outcome at the same time, until an observation is made and the outcome is determined. One of the interpretations of quantum mechanics that tries to explain this phenomenon is the many worlds interpretation, which was mentioned earlier. According to this interpretation, every time a quantum measurement is made, the universe splits into multiple branches, each corresponding to a different possible outcome. In this way, every possible history and future of the universe exists in a parallel reality, and there are infinitely many copies of ourselves and everything else, living different lives in different universes. However, this interpretation is not universally accepted by physicists, as it raises many philosophical and practical problems, such as the origin and nature of probability, the conservation of energy, and the communication between the branches. Moreover, there is no direct way to test or verify the existence of these parallel realities, as they are isolated from each other by the quantum measurement process. The multiverse is a fascinating and controversial topic in science, as it challenges our understanding of reality and our place in the cosmos. There are many different theories and models that predict the existence of other universes, each with its own assumptions and implications. However, there is no conclusive evidence or proof of the multiverse, as it is very difficult to observe or measure something that is beyond our observable universe. As we conclude our cosmic odyssey, the multiverse remains an enigmatic concept that fuels our curiosity and stretches the limits of human imagination. What are your thoughts on the multiverse? Share your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you found it thought-provoking.